What up, bird? How you doing, family? As I can see when you come in, topic today is it's gonna rain. You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna rain in your life. And the thing about the whole concept of it's gonna rain, dang, I can't even, I ain't even been on here 2 seconds. But the thing about the topic of it's gonna rain is
Oh,
Here we go. All right,
what's
let's
up,
go,
people?
goddamn it.
you at the doctor, Sunflower? You okay?
What's up, Liz? Thank you for the follow, baby.
Y'all can
Hmm.
mute me out. I'm over here talking to the
Let's
people though, but
go,
good to
yo.
see y'all.
Let's
Uh, the whole thing about it's gonna rain is the fact is if you always looking for sunny days in your life and then it rain, you ain't prepared. You ain't prepared. Not to mention, if you don't understand the purpose of rain in your life, when rain comes into your life, it becomes a nuisance. It becomes something that you feel like is stopping your progress. All the while, rain serves a greater purpose than you might understand at this moment. Rain gives life force to plants to help them to grow. Not to mention, if you study the ways of water and you became as though the water, you would be ever flowing. You know what I'm saying? You will be at a point in your life to where no matter what happens, you will always seek your level. You will always find balance no matter what's going on. So, again, things don't happen to us, but they happen for us to pay attention to the purpose of all things in our lives, including ourselves. The more we become one, look at you, Sky, you just gonna run around, Sky. The more we become one with the ways of nature, the more we begin to see our purpose within nature. Too often we find ourselves fighting against the ways of nature and wondering why things ain't working in our favor. So, again, be reminded in this life that it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. And when you prepare for the rain, it's something that you like, you know what, I look forward to a rain. If you was out here growing plants or growing your own food, if it didn't rain, you would feel some kind of way. Now, don't get me wrong. When you understand the purpose of water, you can always water your own plants. No different than for a lot of us, we need to learn to water ourselves, you know, water ourselves in order to continue to grow. When things come up on us that was unexpected, like a rainy day, you know, we can see it as something that's meant to help our growth. Um, one of the, something I'm reminded of right now as I see the interaction of cars. Um, Oftentimes when I get cut off or feel like I'm getting cut off in traffic, I say, you know what? When I'm in my right mind, I say, man, I'm thankful that I had the ability to stop. You know, I'm thankful for this moment for me to gather myself and, you know, take a moment to slow down. You know what I mean? Because quite frankly, if I didn't have breaks, if I didn't have a moment to appreciate slowing down, then when life hands me situations where I might have to slow down, whether that's you find yourself injured, you know, find yourself in the hospital, you find yourself dealing with certain events that you didn't plan for in your life, you will always find yourself overcorrecting and causing a wreck in your life. You know, sometimes you just need to take a moment to breathe. And when certain things happen in your life that allow for you to take that moment to breathe, be thankful. Again, remind yourself in those moments, things don't happen to me, they happen for me. So, what is this happening for? Is the question that you have to ask yourself. What in the great story of me are these things happening for? And once you gather that amount of wisdom, all things in your life will serve a purpose, a greater purpose. Um, Man, I ain't gonna even get started on the dreams I had last night. I appreciate them taps. Appreciate y'all coming in, showing love. Again, be reminded that in your life, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. And the more you get in tune with the purpose of rain, you can be more in tune with the purpose of the rain that you incur in your life, whether that's, your kids acting crazy. And you like, man, I don't know why they don't just get the point. A lot of times we don't realize we give birth to certain parts of ourselves that aren't always readily expressed, you know. And the more we begin to appreciate our children and life force in general, the more we can begin to, hold on, y'all, we got a little injunction going on right here. Y'all trying to run another one? We can do the best of three. See if we can get one of these jokers and tie it up. The more that you begin to deal with the injunctions or the so-called disruptions in your life that give you a moment to pause and just appreciate life. That's one of the main things that you got to learn. When you do get these pauses in life, when you do get to these moments in life where it's like, darn, I ain't had no choice but to stop. I ain't had no choice but to be set down. I remember the times that I had to be in the hospital, and I look back and I say, man, you know what? It could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? It could have been, I ain't had the opportunity to self-correct or course correct. You know what I mean? I could have got set down indefinitely. And I feel like a lot of times, aside from, certain purposes that people have to serve in life, a lot of times these things happen to us because we not paying attention to the moments that we have to check ourselves, the moments that we have to pay attention to the signs, and we just keep going. And so since we just keep going, life got a way of slowing us down. No different than how we deal with our children. You feel me? We put them through different things in order for them to learn lessons, or at least we should put them through different things in order for them to learn lessons. And the blessing in that is they're in a controlled environment. They're in a controlled environment to where the harshness of suffering the full brunt or the full consequence of their action isn't totally present. Whereas, again, as an adult, when you don't listen to the ways of life, and life keep on giving you signs, eventually you find yourself in a place that you can't course correct. You don't get a chance to get it right. Yet, you become an example for somebody else on what you didn't do, the judgments that you didn't make. So often we judge each other rather than utilizing our truest understanding of life, which is based on the person we spend the most time with, which is ourselves. So utilize your judgment for your own actions and your own expressions where it would be best served, because you don't know nobody else's life like you know yours. You only with yourself 24 hours. You're not with nobody else 24 hours out the day. So when it comes to utilizing your judgment to understand your capabilities, like, say for instance, you about to cross, I'm gonna give you the simplest example. Say for instance, in crossing the street, you see a car coming. Based on your understanding of your own speed or capability to cross this street, you will cross that street based on that. Or you will wait on that car to come because you feel like, I can't move faster than that car. I don't have enough time before that car comes. Same thing with the injunctions in life, you feel me? It's plenty of things that come up on us that we have to make a judgment call on what we done up until now. Case in point where I said it's gonna rain. So for a lot of us, maybe we done took in some things that because of the conditions that come by way of a rain, we not prepared to be in the rain. It was a song that goes, "Can you stand the rain?" It's all about the things that you done up until now, the seeds that you done allowed to be planted within yourself, as well as the seeds that you plant within you. We are affected by the things that we believe of ourselves. whether those are things that we said about ourselves, things that we took in from everybody else, because you don't have to believe everything other people say. You don't. You don't have to believe everything that other people say. But so often, we have certain conversations with ourselves that, lead to the expression of everybody else feeling a certain way about you. Like, we would like to believe that, the things that people say about us just come out of nowhere. Appreciate them taps, BC. We would like to believe that. For some of us, it seems easier that way. But I'm going to tell you this, you're only making it harder on yourself because, quite frankly, that stuff don't come out. The best example I can give you is, you got a friend that's telling you different things about their family. And the moment you begin to agree, or the moment you begin to say certain things about their family, they tell you, man, you can't say that about my family. But it's the same thing that's going on with that conversation with you and everybody else. You saying things about yourself, and then life confirms it and begins to repeat these conversations that you have about yourself back to you. And it don't feel that good. Because you're like, dang, it's one thing if I say this about myself, but you ain't finna say this about me. But I promise you, if you change that conversation with yourself, no matter what life has to say, no matter what people in your life has to say, it won't affect you the same. You'll be like, you say what? You say I'm what type of person? You think I'm a weird? Okay, that's fine. Think what you think. But at that point, you begin to recognize people project. And since you know people project certain things on other people, you can brush that stuff off and say, well, maybe that's how you feel about yourself. I ain't no need in me taking that on. Because the moment that I believe what you say about me, it becomes me. And once you understand that, again, you can be like water, seeking your own level. Not seeking to be on nobody else's level, but understanding your level on what you need to work on. Now you can have the proper judgment calls, meaning you reserve your judgment for the things that you know you must do, the work that you know you putting in and must put in to go forward. What's up with it, Sky? What's up with it, girl? They been wondering where you been at. They been wondering where you been at. We ain't seen you. We ain't seen you. You wanna say hi to the people? Say hey. We ain't seen you in a while, Sky. Come on. We ain't seen you in a while. You just been out here running around, huh? Similar to the dog I was just acknowledging. A lot of us, we tend to wander through our life, and even that, you know what I mean? It has its place. It has its place. How else you gonna figure out things? Appreciate that, Cherry. Appreciate them likes, little baby. It has its place. Sometimes you have to wander through our life in order to figure it out. You gotta wander or wonder why certain things is happening to you. If you never question it, how you ever gonna get an answer? I know a lot of people have been told, don't question things. Don't, man, you better question things. Now, the way in which you question things, are you questioning things with the intent of figuring it out? Or are you questioning things with the intent of just complaining? Why is this happening to me? Now, okay, when you ask these questions, make sure you're ready for the answer. Make sure you're ready for the answer. And when you get that answer, if you don't like the answer that you getting, make sure you change the way in which you express yourself. Because again, if you are like water, water is expressed in multiple different ways, you feel me? You got waters that are above us that rarely even connect with the atmosphere in which we're in. But we are affected by the waters that are above us. What's up with it, pretty knee? Then you got the waters that come through our atmosphere that we call rain. But when you understand how rain is accumulated, a lot of water that we experience above our heads is accumulated from the groundwater. Even when you pay attention to like so-called thunderstorms, do you understand the energy that creates lightning comes from the ground? It comes from the ground. But if you're not paying attention, it would seem as though all lightning strikes come from above. But be that as it may, I'm not saying that to try to make myself seem any more important than anybody else, but I'm saying when you begin to wonder, when you begin to wander throughout life, certain things that weren't prevalent at first begin to be more and more apparent. It begins to be more and more apparent to the point now you can prepare for the natural occurrences that's going to happen in life. So when I say it's going to rain in your life, you ain't shook by that. Because if you're going to be outside, you already got you a raincoat. If you know what I'm saying, prepare to feed yourself or preparing to feed yourself, you already done planted seeds. So when that rain comes, now it begins to water the seeds that you done planted already in life. So again, don't let the things that you fear happening to you cause you not to prepare. So that's the whole point of the concept. It's gonna rain. Know that things is gonna happen in your life. But if you prepare, I promise you, boo-boo, it won't be hardly as bad as it could have been. If anything, it would be a situation that you were able to capture better for going through. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a situation you was like, you know what? I'm glad that happened. I'm glad it finally rained, cause shoot, it was about to be a drought out here. For a lot of us, we experiencing a drought in our life. We are experiencing a drought in our life. A lot of us, we don't know what to do with. We ain't got no problems. You know what I'm saying? Or perceived problems. We get bored. So be grateful for those times when things change in your life. Remember yesterday we was talking about going through the darkness. Going through the darkness, only to realize that you are the light. So when you look to the left and you look to the right of you and you see people just wandering aimlessly, they don't have nothing to impart to you. And you like, man, I'm around a whole bunch of, people that ain't adding to my life. Well, recognize it's your turn to add to other people. It's your turn. You feel me? You ever wonder how Superman or your favorite heroes know who to save or know when somebody needs saving? Shoot, so often we go through our life and instead of recognizing the problems that we notice as something for us to do something about, we just complain. We just complain and say, man, look at such and such over there. Why she ain't got nothing going for herself? Why she doing that to herself? Oh, hold on. You noticed the problem. For you to impart some kind of wisdom, for you to impart some form of help. I ain't telling you to save the world, but certain things are brought to your attention for a reason. You might not even be able to help these people, but you can help yourself from learning by way of their experiences. See, some of us have prepared ourselves enough to where, we done planted seeds within ourselves to where we done been able to overcome the rain. We got an umbrella and a raincoat. So here it is for this person who don't have nothing. I can either give you my raincoat or I can give you my umbrella. Or I can put both of us under the umbrella and get us out the rain. Be that as it may, your complaining and your lack of understanding for other people's situation, it say more about you than it say about somebody else. So while you sitting around hating or trolling on somebody else, recognize your jokes, your disregard for life say more about you than the person that's actually going through something. I'm learning to give thanks when I see people going through different things. What's up with it, Kenny? Because I recognize how I learned to do better by myself, how I learned to, and then let me rephrase that, how I learned to appreciate life. You know what I mean? Your appreciation of life will make the world a difference. It'll make people recognize you at a different level of confidence. The fact that you don't have a level of appreciation of life allows for you to go through things at a different rate to where it's like, dang, why such and such wasn't even prepared for that? Why is this person putting themselves through this? Oftentimes, it's because they're not aware. It's because they're not aware of the options that's available to them, what they can do differently. You know what I mean? So be grateful for the rain, the things that have come back around again, because this ain't the first time it rained in your life, and it's not going to be the last time. But if you pay attention and not just let it be a pastime, meaning you just sit back and complain just a pastime rather than take time to wonder, pay attention to the wonders of life and see the purpose in it. And now be able to purpose it in your own life. You know, today I was told I was either the realest or I'm the greatest manipulator. Well, come to tell you and that person, look, I'm a little bit of both. Once you begin to recognize the reality, you know, that goes to the realist part. I'm a realist. Once you begin to recognize the reality in which you exist in, you can see the purpose for everything in your life. And so when it come up on you, you can manipulate these things in order to better yourself. See, so often people are used to that word manipulation in the form of how people manipulate other people to get things that they could be doing for themselves. Shoot, if anything, I express the things that I'm doing for myself for other people, so for other people to see that they could be doing the same thing for themselves. So if that's manipulation, then you know what? It's the greatest form of manipulation. And it's almost a sacrificial type of thing, because most people are doing things behind the scenes to better themselves, but they won't even share that with you. They go through things in silence and they too scared to come out and show you, hey, you know what? I'm going through stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm real enough with myself to know that everybody else go through things. What I look like hiding the fact that I'm going through something. Just so what? I don't even understand the purpose of hiding it, because you still gonna feel the distress of what you're going through. You still gonna feel the burden of having to make the necessary changes for you to continue to grow. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to shed some things in this life. And that's why we go through things. Whether it's to shed the outlook that you had before in order for you to take on a new outlook so you can be better going forward. You feel me? You're gonna be better for this shit. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna check out real quick, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all time. See you later, beautiful Miss Lopez. It's gonna rain on your head. It's gonna rain on your head. Again, the purpose of rain, man. Learn the purpose of rain. I'm gonna repeat that last point I was making, because I felt like, for one, I need to drive it home for myself, and I felt like somebody else need to, you know what I'm saying, recognize that people play on words, or we play with our own minds with certain words to the point we put negative connotations on them. I was told today, either I'm the realest person they met, or I'm the greatest manipulator. And my response is, I'm a little bit of both. You know, when it gets to dealing with water, water seeks its own balance. Another word for, I said its own balance. Water seeks its own level. Another word for level is balance. So with that being said, the balance of the two is what I am. You feel me? I deal realistically. You know, that goes to the real part, the realist. I'm a realist. I deal realistically within the reality in which we exist. And in understanding the reality in which we exist, I see the purpose in all things that happen within this existence, to the point I'm able to put pieces in place in order to better myself. And when you look that up, you know, whether that's dealing with the forces around you, I'm able to manipulate this reality in my favor. Where you going, Sky? Sky, you silly. But like I said, too often we have a negative connotation of certain things to the point we can't see the purpose in everything. You silly. Ha. She want to play fetch so bad. Come on, Sky. To the point we can't see the purpose or the benefit in things in our lives. One of the favorite phrases y'all gonna hear me say is, things don't happen to us, they happen for us. And once you get good enough to understand the forces of life, You recognize all of these forces happen through us. So be one with the force, or as I think that's some Trekkie stuff where they be like, let the force be with you, or is that Star Wars? Be that as it may, y'all get the concept I'm trying to say. What's up with it, little baby? Appreciate that hard puff. The purpose of this message is for you to recognize through preparation all things work in your favor. So if you prepared, I miss you too, love. If you prepared to deal with the forces that come up on you, now you can manipulate these forces into your favor. If you understand rain and the purpose for rain, you'll be like, you know what? Hey, I know it's gonna rain, so let me plant these seeds so therefore the rain can be used for my goodness. If you understand people gonna hate on you, you say, man, look, I know they gonna hate, so let me stand on business and give them something to talk about. You know, I oftentimes recognize that this so-called dislike for you, it comes by way of what other people are not doing for themselves. But recognize we all got the same 24 hours. What's up with it,
Yo,
my G?
how we living?
I'm doing good. I'm over here talking to the people, but we can run the best of three, though.
Count if you want.
All right, much love to you. Recognize that even if people gonna talk crazy about you, at least, hey, be on your P's and Q's. Don't be doing a whole bunch of nonsense to where here it is you garner a certain level of dislike. You know what I mean? Because you ain't doing the best you can with the 24 hours you got. What's up with it, Tanya? But if you out here doing the best you can with the 24 hours you got, you can be like that, you know, that little brother, little sister energy. Like, I'm getting on your nerves because, hey, you recognize that the energy that I'm putting out is irritating you in such a way. But once they get through being irritated with you and they see that you actually out here making progress, hey, that's a good level of irritation. You feel me? That's a good level of irritation to the point it's like, you know what? If it irritates you to see me doing stuff, find you something to do with your time that's gonna progress and better you, because I'm not gonna stop doing what I gotta do to progress and better myself. You feel me? So again, to the person who told me I'm either the realest or the greatest manipulator, I'm the balance of the two, because I understand the purpose of the energies around me and I utilize them for my purpose, which my purpose is just like anybody else's purpose on this planet, to become more informed of the intentions of this existence. We was put here to experience this life. And the easiest way to experience this life is to understand the purpose of all the energies that's around us. And as you begin to understand these energies, you can use them to further your life force. Further your life force. We all gotta take in energy in order to keep our energy going. So therefore what? Somebody grows food for all of us. But if you ever want to get to a point that you're being responsible for your own existence, one day you will begin to plant seeds for yourself. And right now I'm planting spiritual seeds within somebody, whether that's to confirm or affirm something within you. Because as much as it might seem like I know some things, no, we all know. For you to even be able to acknowledge the truth that I choose to speak, there's a certain level of truth within you. And quite frankly, these truths show up to you when you begin to seek the truth. For those who might not recognize it as truth, this is something that will blossom within you later. You know, as my big mama would say, you might not understand why I'm telling you what I'm telling you right now. But when the time comes for it to make sense, you'll have it. You know what I'm saying? It'll be sitting right there waiting on you like, oh, that's what he was talking about. So it's a twofold thing, if not a fewfold. You know what I'm saying? A few folds. Again, it's going to rain. I mean, the problems are going to come. But once you begin to change the perspective that you have of problems, your perception of these problems will change as well. So if you begin to say, you know what, it's a wonderful thing that these things are repetitively coming into my life. That's how our problems are. Things that keep coming up in your life that you might not readily understand at the moment. But when you begin to understand why repetition happens in this life, it's no longer a problem. But it's like, what's that little thing we used to get on as kids? And they used to spin it. And in order for you to get on it, you have to anticipate the next time it come around. I think it's like a merry-go-round. So if you like that kid on the side that's watching the merry-go-round go around, as you begin to anticipate the moment for you to grab hold of these concepts of life, guess what? That's that preparation I was talking about. To the point now, that hard work and dedication you put in by learning of yourself, learning what you could potentially do. Because if you don't have a level of confidence within yourself that comes by way of your experience with your own abilities, even if you recognize the abilities you have right now ain't the abilities that you want to continue in, you can work at it. Through repetition, these abilities will begin to become heightened. You will become a master of yourself. You feel me? We all got but a certain amount of functions as humans in this existence. You know, your human expressions, you know, we all gotta walk. We all talk in order to, you know, communicate with each other. You know, we all at some point gotta blink. But when you understand the purpose of all of these different things, what's up with the zombie? Appreciate that love. Appreciate that investment as I seek to invest in you. As you begin to understand the purpose of these things, you no longer resent the fact that you gotta go to sleep. Yet instead, you can purpose your sleep time in order to re-energize yourself. You feel me? Not to mention, within your sleep time, you can pay more attention. Come through. Hurry up and come through. I see y'all. Appreciate all the love. Hold up. Hold up. Don't think I don't see y'all. Don't think I don't see y'all. I appreciate you. Who we got? BC Zombie. We got Tanya. We got Adi. And I want to say that's Renee. If I got that wrong, let me know. Who you got over there, bro? All right, y'all. We got the first one, though. We got that first one. They're going to be ready to fight back. We usually do the best of three, so we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Again, pay attention to the purpose for things in your life and learn to be grateful for the repetition, which will make you a master at everything that you experience. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you know, again, pay attention to what I was saying about why you perceive things that happen in your life repetitively as a problem. It's because you haven't sought the purpose of it. And once you begin to see the purpose in the things that you go through, you will be thankful for the chance to get it right, for the chance to better how you experience these things in life. We were sent here to experience life, and life is but repetition. We get the same 24 hours every day. Same problems that we had yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And again, they only perceive as problems because you don't see the purpose in it. You don't see the purpose in the experience that we have repetitively every day. You wake up, you got to figure out what you're going to eat. You go around certain friends, you got to figure out why they complaining about certain things. You know what I'm saying? You wake up and you might not feel it. Look, believe it or not, the energy that it takes for you to be happy or for you to be in a good mood is not present when you first wake up. So don't be surprised when you wake up and you're not in the best moods. That's something that you got to work at. You know what I'm saying? An easy way to do that is get up and begin to function. Get up, begin to walk around. Get your blood flowing. When your body is flowing on all levels, that's when you can be happy. That's when you can have true joy because these possibilities are available to you because you have the amount of oxygen flowing throughout your blood, reaching to your brain to let you know you have the option to be happy. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that just, oh man, happiness just took over me. Nope. You know how many good things happen to people and they ain't even realize that they chose to be happy about it? I choose to be happy for my friends. You feel me? When they going through stuff that to some people might be perceived as the worst things that they can experience. Like, I lost so many people, so-called, you feel me, to the other side, you feel me, the next life, to the point I had to learn to be happy that they made it out. You know, they had their experience in life, but now guess what? They made it out. And based on what they was able to learn from this existence, they gonna be better for it in their next existence. It's life after life, man. And based on how I see things, guess what? I still get to experience my friends. Even on the other side, because I got great memory. And speaking of that, unforeseen things or things that ain't readily being seen, I still get to experience these people. My grandmother, she comes to visit me when I least expect it. But it's always at a time when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. What's up, Adi Adi? How you doing, loved one? And shoot, that's something we could talk about too. Learning to be able to connect with the truest essence, which is us. You know, once you transcend to the other side, you begin to live in the memories of those who think of you. So based on how you, okay, appreciate you, love, for the investment as I seek to invest in you. Once you begin to invest in other people, you seek to inspire, and therefore you are inspired by the effects that you have on other people, as well as how when you seek to inspire, you begin to receive a message that probably wouldn't have been readily available to you had you not sought to be an inspiration. Appreciate that love, Queen. This too you can do. Another thing is pay attention to the fact that the higher power does not speak the English language or whatever language you decide, you know, your parents decided for you to be able to speak. But it speaks in numbers, or it's represented in numbers, and you can see it in the vibrations that we are affected by on this planet. So if you pay close attention to the numbers and the vibrations that surround all of us, that connects all of our languages. What's up, ATL, Shawty? You will begin to see that, shoot, at 11:22, there's always an angel energy that's reflected. But if you don't change your perspective of these times throughout the day, that angel, even that angel energy would be reversed on you, only because of your perspective. You know what I'm saying? But if you choose to change your perspective, you begin to have a difference in perception of life that nobody can take from you, no matter what's going on. I done found myself in some of the most undescribable conditions. You feel me? Like when I say undescribable, like most people would say, man, ain't no way you can see no good in that. Ain't no way you can see no good in that. Hold on real quick.
Much love, y'all.
Shout out to the top gifters and the biggest tappers in the room. Shout out to Adi Adi, ATL. Y'all make sure y'all pick up my co-host as well.
Same, y'all.
What
Pick
you
up
want
the
to do, bro?
co-host. Much love. It's up to you, bro.
All right, we can run one more. I'm feeling the energy as always.
Always. Let's go, y'all. Welcome in. Can y'all pick up the co-host?
Y'all make sure y'all pick up my co-host as well. Once you get to a point, y'all, that you begin to take on the proper perspective in which we was sent here for, you know, experience this life. Don't be so judgmental of this life that you can't experience it. And the reason why I say you can't experience it, when it gets to the point that you have a disdain for life, you feel me? You no longer living at that point. When you get to a point that you've already had predetermined notions on what life's supposed to be negatively, you can't even appreciate the good things. So here it is. There are good things happening to us on a daily basis. Or not even, let's put it to you like this, because the good and bad is what get us caught up. There are things for us to experience on a daily basis. You feel me? But you can't even experience it at the rate you was meant to, because you already got something in your mental that's blocking you from experiencing it and learning from it. Each experience should be a learning lesson for you. But if you already got these preconceived notions negatively, each experience will only confirm that bias that you already have. You feel me? That you already have. We can't, I'm running one more with my bro Positivity, and I'm probably gonna restart after this, and then we can run battles. I only accepted it because, you know, me and bro, we be building with each other all the time, and he allows for me to build with my people as well as feed off of his energy. We recycle each other energy, so be prepared, yay. We vibrating at a high rate today, and at a low rate, we balanced. You know, I've been noticing people been so focused on this positive and negative energy to the point you can't even appreciate the negative. You so focused on chasing the positive, right? It's no different than how, you know, no shot at nobody, right? I'm gonna speak for myself. When I was so caught up in, you know, trying to avoid sin, I had to realize after a while I was seeking out sin. Whether I would excuse myself to say, oh yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not sinning. either way, I had an eye lens looking for seeing rather than, you know what I mean, being in my natural state, which our natural state is what? Human beings. You feel me? Beings, not humans trying. You feel me? And so in essence, if we want to be real, I was sinning by not even allowing myself to just live. And to live is to experience and learn from each experience. So no matter what we go through, whether we feel like it was negative, you know, truth be told, the negative experience started within you. And what I mean by that, if we begin to explore negative energy and what it truly is, the wind could be considered negative energy because it's not seen. You know what I'm saying? It's the unseen energy. The positive energy in which we consider on its simplest form is our physical beings. And the best way I can explain that, if you ever dealt with film from taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? When you look at the negative, the picture is not readily available. But once you go through certain chemical transformations with that film, now the positive of that picture becomes the physical quality that is, you know, that becomes clarity of that picture. You know what I mean? So when you get to thinking about that, you know, it gets to a point you can appreciate the negative in your life as well as the positive, which is the true balance. But if you can only appreciate the positive, recognize that you will be off balance every time the perceived negative shows up in your life. And without the negative or breath, what is life? What is life? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you stop breathing today, what's gonna happen? It's over with, right? All right. So learn to appreciate the negative as well as what you perceive as positive. And then you'll be able to learn from everything, and nothing will catch you off guard. If anything, you will be able to be grateful for all things. You will be able to be grateful for all things. She said, facts, I'm in the middle of a reset. Okay. Said you in the middle of a reset. Ooh, Lord. I can feel that energy, boy. That negative energy pumping through me because y'all can't see what I'm feeling. But as I begin to express it, it becomes positive. Once it takes effect. Y'all make sure y'all pick up my co-host, Mr. Positivity Troll. And even that's a negative and a positive. You feel me? That's a balanced name. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Beautiful Mickey Troll Pal. Please ski. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out to Ye, shout out to ATL, shout out to my co-host. I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Sir. Same, bro. I appreciate them battles. I hope you stay safe, bro. We will see you soon.
For sure.
Keep
Look
crushing it,
forward
bro.
to it. I look forward to it,
Appreciate
King.
you.
Be easy.
Stay safe, bro.
You too. Whew. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. 'Cause I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Hold on. What you doing, Kiki? Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I love you and I want you. But nah, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking out with me while I'm over here deciphering the messages, you know what I'm saying, that's been downloaded through this vessel by way of absorbing of energy, you feel me? Absorbing the energy that's presented to us all within these 24 hours, whether it's by way of your breath, you know, that allow for you to have electrifying thoughts, you know what I mean, that add to your magnetic mood, you feel me? I would say your thoughts or your perspective, you know what I'm saying? Your perception is your mood. Ooh, it's a beautiful thing when things come together, man. And I ain't saying these things as though I know it all. I'm saying these things as though I'm recognizing in the moments how certain energies are coming together for me to further understand this experience that we're having called life. The easiest way to make sure that you're experiencing life at the proper vibratory rate that was meant for us is experience it through gratitude. Learn to be grateful for all things. You know what I'm saying? Learn to be grateful for all things, and in all things be grateful. Even when things aren't clear to you on why they're happening. You know, those are the times we call our darkest moments, when we don't understand why we're going through certain things, you know what I mean? But after a while, you begin to recognize these are the moments in which you're able to operate, to create. You know, I used to tell people all the time when they used to be like, man, how you get so good at doing this, or how you so good at playing sports? I would tell them things just slow down for me. You know what I mean? It's like everything around me was moving slow. Similar to that dark period. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't see nothing, ain't nothing happening. But it was in those moments I recognized in motion that I was able to create the opportunities that I wanted to happen. I was able to manipulate the forces that work through me in order to manifest what I seek to happen in my life. And all of us, we had these same 24 hours of operation to do just that. We had that same operation to do just that. Miss Lady Zoe, how you doing, beautiful? Appreciate that energy. I hope your day is just as vibrant as I feel your energy to be. Know that as sure as each one of us was conceived upon this planet, you know, after, you know, us being a negative energy for so long, meaning an energy that wasn't readily expressed, but upon conception, at that heartbeat, we added to the vibrator of this planet. Each vibration, each heartbeat adds to the vibration of this planet, to the point each one of us made a change on this planet. Now it's up on us, with us already having an A, as my favorite teacher would say, you started out with an A, now you gotta keep it, you feel me? And if you even pay attention to the A shape, it's pointed up, you feel me? It's pointed up. If you pay attention to the W, it's symbolized in the way that, you know, our heart vibration is, you know, measured. You know what I'm saying? Or our energy force in general is measured when they put us on these machines in order to determine the life force within us. So I'm grateful once again for further clarity in what we're experiencing called life. When we don't take the time to reverence these energies and further learn more about them and how to operate within them, you know, it's at that point we stop living. It's at that point we stop living, you know. We stop living at the highest vibration, let's say that is available to us. Because we all living, let's not get that twisted. But you know, everybody is in tune with this phrase of conscious. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be real, if you're alive, you're conscious. You know what I'm saying? But to have a further understanding of what consciousness is to truly be living at a high vibration. Because now you're able to take this consciousness and manifest what you will, as though the gods. And the gods are the energy that surrounds us, that brings all of this into existence, that animates our bodies. You know? Even if you're one of those super scientific type people, you feel me, recognize that even in science, it says two or more, one or more objects can't occupy the same space at the same time. Okay, even if you're religious, recognize in religion it says what? I live in you. Talking about the God. that we all serve. To serve is to act. It's an action, you know what I'm saying, of reverence, you know what I'm saying, to provide. So here it is, our vessel serves us because here it is, our soul that lives within us is expressed by the spirit that is a precipitation of the soul that animates this vessel. So as sure as one or more objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time, if God said he lives in you or she lives in you, you are that God. So take that responsibility or that accountability of your life and begin to act accordingly. Begin to act accordingly. With that being said, family, I love you as myself and Dorian, Chance, Fabi, Cookie. It ain't nothing you can do about it as we are one. And I'm so glad we in connection. Kinfolk, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what it's talking about. Pull up a chair, come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We just broke bread right now. Peace within, peace out.